Hey, welcome back everyone. So we are in the Salty Sailor Tavern. I think last episode I ended by saying I was going to get us to Booty Bay because we had a quest to turn in here. So, oh no! Oh no! No! That's not what I wanted. Do I have any chance to heal through this? I'm super dead. I've done that twice now in Booty Bay. The saddest thing about that is I had the Hakar buff, the ZG world buff. I was really excited. I was gonna... Oh, man. Oh, no. I've done that so many times now, where I've, like... I think it's because... I always forget that if you click on this bar, it'll select the person. So, like, right now, if I don't have enemy nameplate shown, I click... It clicks Crank. With enemy nameplate shown, if I click, it clicks this guy. And I've done that so many times in Booty Bay. So we just died to the guards, and we lost the world buff. The buff is so nice. It gives you... It's a 10% increased movement speed. Just flat, 10% increased movement speed. And 15% increase to all stats. It's a significant DPS upgrade. It's significant in a lot of ways. It would have been really nice to have for a quest we're doing today. Any Hakar buffs going out soon? Alright, we're reporting back to Fizzlebub. This is from the quest in 1,000 Needles that we were doing back and forth forever now. It says here that the Fool Stout was a success. That's good news. If you ever want some more of this stuff, then let me know and I'll gather you more of Zanzil's. And I'll have you gather more of Zanzil's mixture. 1,850 experience. Alright, it's the end of that quest line. I'm so disappointed in myself. That misclick, that was really disappointing. 9 server time. Thank you. Alright, I'm not going to hang out here for an hour for that buff, so let's move on. Alright, so a couple things I want to do before we get too far. So we're going to go back to Swamp of Sorrows to work on the continued threat and Swamp Talker. But I have a bunch of mail. Like, I have a ton of stuff in here that's been mailed to me recently. Yeah, iron grenades. We're good on grenades, I think, right? Yeah, we're good on those. Blasting powder. Yeah, we're good on this. So I basically want to make up a lot of these. I've been farming up random stuff on my other character. And, I also found some cool things that I thought I didn't know, but apparently I didn't know these, so... Never mind. We're going to return those. Let's go down here. Solid blasting powder. Yeah, so I try to make up these things when I get a chance from time to time. Oh man, I'm so disappointed about that. That buff is so nice for farming stuff. It would have been really, really helpful, but it's okay. It really is okay. Just a little bit of a disappointment. There's some cool stuff we should be making. I don't know. Like I've said this already. There's a few things here I want to make soon, like the battle chicken. Actually, I want to make that very soon, and I don't know what else. That's the big thing, I think. Maybe the compact harvest reaper. But I think the thing I really want to make is the Gnomish battle chicken, because I think this trinket stays with you. It's not like a one-time use. It's like a permanent use. And so every 30 minutes we could pull out the chicken, which is kind of fun. Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm just going to... let's turn this back on. We should ding today. We should hit 47, which means then we can use our Terran Icebreaker, which is kind of cool. But let's head upstairs. Let's fly over to Stonard. And what we're going to do is... Oh, the Red Army. This is a leveling guild on the server. It's been pretty popular. I've heard good things. I don't know anyone personally in there, but I've heard good things about them. But, yeah. So, we're going to ding today pretty easily. We've got a lot of rested experience. We're going to kill a bunch of Murlocs, finish up the continued threat to start, and then... If we finish this up, we will do the follow-up if there is to this. I think there might be, but then we'll do the Swamp Talker. I think we should be able to do that today. So that's kind of our goal. I'm a little short on time today. Probably I'll cut it off about 50 minutes, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm hoping to get these done. It would have been a lot easier to get these done. And I'm not just blowing my really awesome buff. So annoying. I feel so dumb about that. I've done that a couple times now. It's really sad every time. The last time I did it was when I was trying to click on the mailbox outside of the bank in Booty Bay. And man, those guards are relentless. Once they get you, Like, as a low-level character, you're not going to really be able to get out of there. If you're 60, you have a good chance of being able to survive it. But, yeah, I had no chance there. I tried to heal, tried to stun him. I was trying to jump off. I almost got out of there. If I had jumped out of that thing a little sooner, I think I could have made it. It's possible. I could have jumped down, healed, and then water walked as far as I could away, and maybe gotten away, but I reacted kind of slow. I was sort of caught off guard by the whole thing. I just didn't think it through. Oh man, I'm wheeling. I'm wheeling away here in my chair. I've mentioned before, our floors are crooked, so my wheelie chair here just like rolls away sometimes if I'm not bracing myself or leaning a certain way or have like one foot kind of locked around my desk. So, yeah, we're gonna head over here. I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna smelt this mithril ore and then mail this all back to my banks. Yeah, otherwise, I'm thinking what we got here. I think we're in pretty good shape materials-wise. I'm still need to get more mage weave over on this guy so I can make some more bandages. And honestly, at this point, we could probably learn heavy mage weave bandages pretty easily, so I'd probably just need to go back to Hinterlands and make the trip for that. I should really do it soon before I get to a point where these bandages are not at all useful. They're already kind of pushing that level of being not that useful. So my druid, I've been, I think I mentioned last episode, a couple episodes back, I've been re-gearing him for tanking for raids in our guild. And I've been reading a lot, watching guides, using some druid discords to talk to people and get some feedback. I think I'm decently geared. What I was doing is farming manual crowd pummelers. So maybe I talked about these. I'm sorry if I haven't, if I have already. But the manual crowd pummeler is a two-handed mace that drops in Nomergon from the crowd pummeler boss. If you go in the side entrance, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes to get to him and kill him. Probably less than that, really, but about 2 to 3 minutes. And basically, the reason why this mace is so nice, it has like 15 strength and 6 agility, which is whatever, that's fine, it's not amazing. But it has an on-use ability that increases your attack speed by 50% for 30 seconds. And druids, when you're in bear form, your weapon damage doesn't matter. Your weapon attack speed doesn't matter. None of those things matter. The only thing that weapons do for you is provide stats. So the 15 strength, 6 agility, or whatever, or on-use abilities. So in this case, the manual crowd pummeler is the biggest threat increase possible for druids in bear form of any single one item. Nothing generates more threat to hold aggro as the tank for a druid than activating a manual crowd pummeler. There's like not a single piece of gear in the game that matters as much as the manual crowd pummeler, because that attack speed increase is just massive in bear form. And hold on, let's see, quest, I think. And so your main threat in bear form is tied to Maul, and Maul is one of those abilities that it increases your attack damage, increases threat on your next melee attack. And so you want more Mauls to occur, and to have more mauling occurring, you need to attack faster, and to attack faster, well, that's what manual crowd pummeler is for. So let's smelt up these things. We're here in Stoneard. Where is our smelting? There we go. Not close enough. Let's get a little bit closer. So the problem is you only get 3 uses out of every manual crowd pummeler, and that's 30 seconds per use. Basically, you're going to use 1 manual crowd pummeler per fight, depending on how much threat your raid is generating and depending on the fight. If you're not main tanking, you probably don't need to, but if you're main tanking, you really need, if you're like an off tank, you don't need to have as high of threat as the main tank, right? But you still need to have relatively high threat. So let's send this to this bank. So the end result is I'm going to go through a lot of manual crowd pummelers to maintain my threat as a main tank for some of these fights. And tonight is Blackwing Lair raid night for my guild, and we're a fairly casual guild in my opinion, where, you know, it takes us 2 to 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours maybe even if we wipe to clear Blackwing Lair. A lot of people don't come with world buffs. A lot of people don't come with any consumable buffs, maybe a little bit. But, you know, we're fairly casual in that regard, and that we don't spend a lot of time outside of the raid farming. Some people do, but a lot of people don't. And the end result is that it's, you know, we're not like a high-end guild in that sense, but we clear Blackwing Lair every week, clear Molten Core and Nixia. We do Zol Grub. You know, we're pretty successful. We don't wipe a lot. Occasionally we wipe. We do pretty well, I think. So I'm probably going to use a fair amount of manual crowd pummelers as the tank tonight, but because they don't use, my guild doesn't use a ton of consumables and a ton of world buffs, it's very possible that I don't need to use as many, because I'm not going to have to generate as much threat because they're not putting out as much damage. So we'll see how it works out. But I spent a lot of time in Gnomeregan recently. It's kind of what I'm saying. Farming up these manual crowd pummelers. And I've got about 25 or 26 now in my bank. 3 charges each. So that's 1.5 minutes per pummeler. So that's enough for probably many weeks of raiding for me. I'm not going to main tank every boss. There's certain ones I will, certain ones I won't. I guess the follow-up to this quest, by the way, continued threat, is the Jarquois, the named Murloc left to kill. So I think I was talking about that last episode a bit. I know I was, in fact. So we'll have to do that after this. But for now, I'm just looking for Murlocs. Seems like someone else is out here. Or maybe that was at 60 we just saw running away. Maybe they're farming up some Murloc fins or something weird like that. There's a flesh eater. Let's just kill whatever. Oh, let's, we need this. Let's just go ahead and get it. So I spent a fair amount of time farming up crowd pummelers, and I've got it down to pretty good science where it's pretty fast. I don't spend a ton of time down there, which is nice. But one thing I did, so while I was down there, the first few times I was down there, I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun is to farm the final boss in Gnomeregan, Mechginir Thermoplug. So Mechginir, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Mechginir, is that how I pronounce it? I don't know. So Thermoplug is cool because he drops a couple of fun things. He drops a blue ring that has nature resistance and has a chance to have more nature resistance. And you can end up getting like 19 nature resist off that ring, which is actually really, really good. And on my server, a 19 nature resist ring sells for something like 200 gold right now. So that'd be really nice to pick that up for tanking in Zul'Farrak. He drops a cool hat piece that does like an AoE light nature damage in front of the target, so that's kind of fun. It's something I'd probably like to have, and I picked it up because I've gone down there, I've now gotten it, it's kind of fun. But what's really cool is it's kind of an unknown recipe. There's an engineering recipe, it's called Schematic Flame Deflector. It's a fairly rare, I'm gonna burn this guy down a bit. There we go. It's a fairly rare recipe, and it's definitely not well known. What it does is it makes you can make an item from it that has 5 uses. That's an on-use item, like a potion, right? It just sits in your inventory, and it blocks the next 500 fire damage you take. The reagents for it aren't too expensive. Those small flame sacks, I think we farmed some of those up on this guy a while back in those whelps in southwest Stonard, or southwest SoupaSoka down here. Those small flame sacks, and you need one of those, and then like a bronze framework or something. It's some pretty basic item to manufacture. It has a 0.2% drop rate, and that's from the final boss in Gnomeregan, so it's extremely rare. Right? You would have to, on average, and you know, stats are not always going to be an even distribution, but if they were, you would end up killing that guy 500 times before it drops on average. So it's hard to get. It doesn't drop anywhere else. Let's kill this ink spewer. So I was killing this guy just because I was like, well, maybe it'll drop for me. Wouldn't that be cool? It sells for a lot. On my server, it's always listed. I've only seen it a couple times in the auction house, but when I do, it's up there for 2,500 gold buyout. So, end result is I got it on my 8th kill of Mechginir Thermoplug. That's incredibly good luck. I mean, that's very, very fortunate. I was super psyched. It was kind of late. I wasn't super late, but it was like 11 p.m. my time, which is late for me. And it was one of my last Gnomeregan runs for that night. And I'd done like 10 Gnomeregan runs that day. And on my last... So yeah, that's all I really done. It was like a first night farming Gnomeregan. Literally my first night. And part way into it, I was like, oh, I should go kill the final boss. It takes a couple extra minutes, but it'd be kind of cool. Maybe he'll drop the item. And he did on my 8th kill ever with that character. And, well, I ended up selling it. So I was thinking of giving it to this guy and learning it, which would be kind of cool. It's so rare. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's a ton of use for it. Like, it's useful, the item. It doesn't share cooldowns with anything, so you can use it on even like raid bosses that use fire damage, like Veil in Blackwing Lair. So there's a lot of use for it. So then you can use it with potions, like it stacks, it doesn't use the same cooldown as potions. There's a lot of reasons that it's nice, but I decided I'd sell it. I was like, you know what? I need a lot of consumables as a tank, and I have a decent amount of gold in my druid, but I was like, I really want more gold so I can really just farm up stuff and buy when I can't farm up easily. So I saw one on the auction house for 2,500 gold, so I ended up selling it to a friend at half that. I sold it for 1,250 gold, which is still a lot of gold. I probably could have gotten more if I had been a little more patient, but I sold it within a day. Like, I didn't spend a lot of time worrying about it. And it was a friend of mine, or a friend's guild. So a friend of mine is the GM of a guild, so I sold it to the GM, who gave it to like one of his officers, because he had never heard of it. The GM, literally, massive guild in the server, one of the best guilds in the server in terms of progression. He said he didn't even know that existed, and they wanted it, and they didn't have it in their guild. So I said, I was like, you know what, you can have it for 1,000, and they said, you know, let's give you 1,250 at least. I mean, you're giving us a great deal. Let's give you a little bit more. So I took about half what I maybe could sell it for if I was really patient, which I'm fine with. It was so easy for me to farm because of my good luck that it wasn't really a big deal. And then they also said that I get unlimited. They'll make it for me anytime. If I bring my own reagents, there's no tip, no charge required. Most people charge for it because it's so rare. So I've also got a lifetime of free manufacturing of that thing. So I'm going to mix them up, use them for bosses later on. But oh my gosh, this guy. There we go, stupid Murloc. There's one of the oracles, what I'm really looking for. These are hard to find, so we're going to try and hunt these guys down as much as we can. I probably need to earth shock this thing. Yeah, pull it up a little bit. There's another flesh eater back there. Waiting for try and cast again so I can earth shock. There we go. Got him. Well, almost got him. Let's see if we can kill him here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm going to aggro 5 Murlocs, get into this guy. Alright, I'm going to get out of the water because I don't like being in the water. Let's do one of these. Stoneclaw, go. Okay. I really don't want to fight all those Murlocs at once. I'm just going to flee. That guy doesn't kill me. I really suck. Can I really not get up this hill? Oh my gosh. I can't. I'm going to die, aren't I? I didn't need to use a heal potion. They ran immediately after. What did that guy just loot? Must be some quest these guys are doing out here. That's interesting. I don't know what that was. It must be some alliance-only quest. Okay. Well, anyway. Let's go down here. There should be more oracles. We'll get these guys. Ink spewers, whatever. So yeah, I sold it, and I can get it made up for whenever I need, which is nice. And yeah, it's really fun. That's the most valuable thing I've ever found in Classic. The second most valuable thing was an Ace of Beasts. I won in Upper Blackrock Spire. I sold that for 1,000 gold. That was about 2-3 months ago, maybe. It's pretty nice. So, end result is I'm 1,250 gold richer, and I immediately spent like 125 of that gold to buy the last bag slot in my bank. If you look at your bank, there's like extra bank slots you can buy, and they start off cheap. I think it's like 1 silver, then 10 silver, and it goes to like 1 gold, 10 gold, and 100 gold is the last one. I usually don't buy the last one on any of my characters because I just cannot justify spending 100 gold on what's essentially a 16 slot bag. Like at that point, I'd rather just make up more like another bank character. But I already have like 5 bank characters. It's already getting a little ridiculous. And I ended up buying that one with that, plus a 16 slot bag, so that was 25 gold. And I used it to put all my manual crowd pummelers into my bank. So I've got a 16 slot bag full of manual crowd pummelers, and then another, like, half of another bag, another 16 slot bag full. So I'm set for manual crowd pummelers for a while. At some point, I'm going to do some more videos on my druid and just kind of talk about what my druid's doing and some of the things I solo farm. I'm working on trying to solo farm General Angerforge now. He's a boss in Blackrock Depths, and he comes a lot of ads that he summons that are kind of difficult to deal with, but druids can solo him. And if you solo him, the reason why you want to kill him is because he drops something called a Hand of Justice. It's a trinket that gives you, I believe, 20 attack power and a 20% chance on every melee attack to proc an extra bonus attack, an immediate bonus attack. So it's almost like a mini Wind Fury, 20% chance for like a mini Wind Fury. Well, what's interesting is, in vanilla, that didn't work in feral forms as a druid. If you were in bear form or cat form, that didn't do anything. You get the attack power bonus, but you would not get the extra attack chance. For reasons unclear to me, it does work in Classic. Now maybe that changed at the end of Classic, or end of Vanilla, and since Classic based off most of the changes that are at the end of Vanilla, maybe that's why it works. But anyway, there's no Murlocs this beach, really? Am I too far north now? I thought there was some at this last spot here, but let's go back down. Anyway, so the Hand of Justice is a really nice DPS weapon for feral, or DPS trinket for feral druids. Most of my gear has been focused on tanking. Some of that is like threat gear, so it is decent DPS gear. Some of it is really more stamina focused gear. The problem is that you don't always tank as a tank, right? Tanks don't tank every fight. Some tanks tank certain fights, especially feral tanks won't tank every fight. And so what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna look for some Murlocs out here. Sometimes there's some swimming out here. There's some that should ahead. Let's just pull this flesh eater. We need flesh eaters anyway still. Let's get them. So the problem is, especially as a bear tank, you're not going to tank every fight. There's certain fights that you're just not ideal for. One of the ones that I think druids are the worst for is Nefarian. Because there's a class call that turns all druids into cats. You're obviously not going to tank Nefarian as well as a cat than as if you were a bear. Got a scroll of stamina. I'll just pop that now. Might as well. So, let's go over here. I don't necessarily want to pull this double pack if I can help it. I'm just going to do this. And so, in my opinion, druids aren't the best for Nefarian. They're okay. They're not the best. So, so in those cases, although since I'm feral spec'd, I can't really heal very well. So what I need to do is get as much DPS gear as I can. So on those fights, if I'm a cat, I will do as much, feral DPS as possible. So I'm not just kind of being a worthless raid slot. Oh, there's a chest in here? Hey, buddy. I didn't see that. Was that here originally? Did I miss it? I might have not seen it. That's a cool spot for a chest. Let's grab this bad boy. It's under little turtle shell. Let's get a blue. Okay, some potions, some food, a vendor's sword. Yeah, whatever. I'll take it. I always will take potions, and I'm always happy to vendor off gray weapons. Those things are great. We need 4 more oracles, 2 more ink spewers, 2 more flesh eaters. So the oracles, I've said this already, there's just not a lot of spawns. It just takes a while to find them all, but we'll get them. I guess I could just kill these flesh eaters, because then they have a chance of respawning as an oracle. Well, we'll get them. We'll get them. Alright, I think there might be an oracle respawn over here. If not, I'm just going to clear this camp. Because at this point, I need to just... Well... I'm going to check this one last little hut down here. If I don't see any oracles, then I'm just going to kill everything over here. And get a chance for an oracle to respawn, hopefully. Looks like no oracles there at all. That's annoying. Okay, we're just going to have to kill everything and get them to respawn. Because I think they share spawns with each other. I was really hoping that totem wouldn't shoot the wrong guy there. And there's really no harm in that because we'll get some experience, and then we need a couple more of these guys anyway, so as soon as we ding, we'll be able to kill things easier anyway, and it's always good. Alright. So, let's pull this one. Yeah, so I'm working on feral DPS gear right now, and the Hand of Justice is something I can solo. It's difficult, but I think I can do it. I'm going to see if I get some arena runs going with people that want to do the arena bosses, and then maybe I can get some Angerforge kills out of that. That'd be a bit smoother and probably faster overall, but otherwise, I'll solo farm it. But yeah, so I'm doing a lot on my druid. I've got a ton of materials stacked up now. Tons of stone scale eels for defense potion, for armor potions. A whole ton of like elixirs of giant growth, greater agility elixirs, mongoose elixirs. What else do I have? Black Label Rumsey Rums, stamina food, strength foods. Yeah, I've got like almost everything I need. I've only got a couple Black Lotuses. They're really expensive on my server. Black Lotuses are like 180 to 200 gold right now. They were like 90 gold 2.5 months ago, but they just ballooned in price to the point where they become sort of unattainable if you don't farm them yourself. So there's an ink spear. We need this guy. So I've got a couple of them, but we don't really use flasks and Blackwing Lair as much anymore. We're trying to save them up for AQ40. So I'm going to save my Black Lotus stash for AQ40, so when I'm tanking there, I'll have some flasks on me. But yeah, the biggest thing I can do, honestly, for my character, for buffs, is get the world buffs. So I'm trying to get world buffs before the raid tonight. So I'm just going to do one episode on this guy today, and then kind of set him up. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I interrupted my own spellcast. And then try and set up my druid to get at least the Onyxia buff, but I'm going to try to get the Dire Maul buffs, and then go back to Orgrimmar and get the Onyxia buff and maybe a Rend buff. It'd be really nice. Then try to zone into Blackwing Lair early. That'd be the dream. So, we'll see. Let's see. Big Mouth Clam. Anything good? Zesty Clam Meat, Zesty Clam Meat, Zesty Clam Meats. Nothing too exciting. Alright, we're still clearing to try and get more oracles to spawn. And we need another ink spear anyway, so that's fine. So we'll pull one of these guys over here. Someone in my guild is farming Zul'Gurub. They're a mage. And what they're doing is, they go in there and they kill the crocodiles. Apparently you can solo the crocodiles using Blizzard and using some terrain to kind of manipulate them and all this. And what he's farming are the bijous, B-I-J-O-U, and these are items that you can turn in for reputation with the Zandalar tribe, which is the Zul'Gurub reputation, and pretty much every character from every class is going to want Exalted with Zul'Gurub if they can get it, because it's a very nice shoulder enchant that you can put on your gear if you are Exalted with them. And so it's valuable to everyone. So a lot of people are buying up these bijous to turn in for rep. Oh, we got an iridescent pearl from that kill. Those aren't really worth a ton, but I've got a few stocked up in my bank in case I ever need them. So the end result is this guy's going in there, killing a bunch of the crocodiles, and they have a chance dropping the bijous. And he sells them, all of them. He sells all the bijous, and he sells them for like 6 to 10 gold each. And he's made literally 4,000 gold in the last 4 days. Now, admittedly, he's playing a lot. Like, he's online quite a bit for that, but that's still an insane amount of gold. I've never had more than about 2,000 gold on my druid at any one time. So that's a ton of gold. That's a lot. Like a lot. 4,000 gold in 4 days is insane. I kind of didn't want to pull this guy, but let's do it. I was thinking about pulling him, then I backed up. Oh, I stunned him. I want to go over here and see if there's an oracle up. It spawns in that little turtle hut there. Storm Strike this guy and finish him. I'm gonna ding in like 2 more kills probably. What I'm at, 121, 907. 2 more kills after this, I'll ding. So I'll get my mana back, you know, kind of easily as soon as we kill another couple mobs. I'm hoping that Oracle's up in here. Yeah, I think I need to clear this camp next. Oracle, perfect. Let's just use the rank 1. Okay, that kind of worked. I don't have enough mana to use the higher ranks, really. I guess I kind of do now. He starts recasting right away. Wow. I bonked him. There we go. Getting ready for him to heal is what I'm kind of waiting on. Oh, no. I Wind Fury'd him right through that, so that was cool. Let's see, another zesty clam meat, and I think this next kill will do it for us. Right? I'm getting about 400 experience per kill. So I think this will do it. Bonked him. If it's not this kill, then the very next kill is going to do it. I'm just like, just on the cusp of level 47, which is exciting. Come on, whack him. There we go. Oh yeah, level 47. Took us 4 days and 10 hours, and he dropped us a nice sniper rifle of the Eagle, which we will probably just disenchant. Alright, so we get another talent, and we're going to put another point into concussion. Increase our shock damage by 1%, it's the main benefit. And now we can equip the Terran Icebreaker. Now is our weapon skill, where's our two-handed maces at? This is a two-hand mace. We have literally no weapon skill in it. Oh, crap. I didn't realize how bad our weapon skill was in that. Because we've never used a two-handed mace, ever. Oh boy. Let's do this. This is going to be terrible. We're going to skill up on every single swing, but we're not going to actually do any damage to this guy. Alright, we just doubled our skill. Alright, we tripled it. Oh yeah, quadrupled. But we're never going to hit this guy. I'm going to let this guy go for just like... I'm literally just going to let this happen for like 10 minutes and just heal up. Speed up the video for this, because I just want to get some skill ups in this guy. Although maybe targeting something that has a miss chance isn't the best, but I think I still skill up even when I miss, doesn't matter. So I'm going to speed up the video literally for this and just hide my face off here so I don't look stupid while I'm reading on my phone. And we're going to work on the skill ups till we get to some amount. I don't know, we'll see. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, that's too boring. I can't do it anymore. I'll spend some more time on this later. I'm just like, nah. I don't want to just blow this guy up now. We got our big staff out. We're just gonna whack him in the face and maybe get a bonk. But yeah, we got up to 135 skill, which is pretty good. Considering we had no skill originally. But if you look at it, we still got 100 skill to go before we're maxed out, and it's just gonna take a long time. And we're still only at 222 for our staff skill, and we've been using that for a while now. So yeah, I've had my fun. I'm good to move on from that quest, or from that specific task. Let's go see if our buddies respawned over here. We got Oracle down here. Nice. Okay, we'll get that guy. Start with him. I was thinking, I was like, man, I wonder if I was doing that for, I had the timer running, I think it was about 7 or 8 minutes. By the time, as I was going, I was kind of just wondering, I was like, hey, am I like missing on an Oracle spawns that should be up by now? It's been so long. So I gave up. There might be some Oracles here. I really hope there's a couple. Flesh Eater. Dang, we cleared that whole camp and got nothing out of there. From a few minutes ago, we cleared it and didn't get a single Oracle. I'm gonna check a little bit farther north also. We just need 2 more oracles and we'll be done with the quest, but we're just not getting the... Just not dropping, or not spawning for us, I should say. While we're running up here, I'll thank all my Patreon supporters, especially Timothy B, Luke D, and Chris S. So thank you all for your continued support of the channel and of me. It's appreciated. So thank you all. But yeah, so these guys, man. I don't think there's any more oracles up here. I think this is the end of the Murlocs. I think we ran up here earlier and didn't see anything. I'm double checking it because I was wondering if maybe someone just cleared the camp and I was just forgetful of how that worked. No, nothing up there. Okay. Well, let's keep looking. I kind of want to... I got a text in to answer. Alright, sorry about that. Our liquid nitrogen tank in our lab. Alright, sorry. The liquid nitrogen tank in our lab was alarming. It beeps sometimes, but it's not the end of the world. It's an indicator when it runs low on liquid nitrogen. So this is a tank that we keep our cell cultures in, and when it runs low on liquid nitrogen, it will beep at us. But it doesn't, it alarms before it runs out. So it should be fine. It alarms like 25% capacity, so I'll go fill it up later today. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, sorry about that. Am I lagging? What's going on here? Yes? Maybe? Did the server crash? Oh, no. So, I think I just lagged. I'm gonna kill these guys next. So we've been having some internet issues at our home. Our internet issues have been strange. It's like, I have a little thing that shows our latency. My internet connection, I've mentioned this before, my ping to Google's servers. And usually it's between like 5 and 20 latency. But recently it jumps up to like, maxes out, like 99999, which basically means the internet has frozen for the moment. It's been doing that ever since the stay-at-home orders have been issued. It's just been bad, and a lot of people have been reporting this problem from the company we have. So I'm not alone in that, but it's annoying. It's really bad if it hits at a bad time. Like when I'm killing a random mob, it doesn't really matter. When I'm tanking something or healing someone in an instance, that becomes a huge problem. Oh my gosh, I bounced all the way to Jarquois. That's scary. I didn't expect that to happen. Let's just burn this guy down then. Let's kill the next one here. As fast as we can. We're gonna kill these guys fine, but I just don't want to lag with 3 mobs on me, you know? In fact, just to be safe, I'm gonna pop a heal potion now. So that's what I'm really worried about, just lagging. And then suddenly, I can't do anything and then I die. That would be not fun. Like this. That's not good. Not good at all. I'm gonna try and cast a heal in the middle of this. I may stop the episode here. This lag usually goes for about 10-20 minutes and then it stops. But like, okay, I got that heal off. That's really good. And it's strange because it seems like my commands do get sent out. But it just, I didn't mean to loot that guy. I wanted to kill this guy instead. So it seems like the commands will go outwards, but it just, like, I don't see what's happening on screen and suddenly everything catches up. It's really kind of a classical lag problem. But it's obviously a little annoying. It's not the end of the world. It happened when I was in a conference call the other day. That kind of stunk. I just like disconnected for like 30 seconds and reconnected like this. Yeah. I'm gonna die on this guy for sure. Maybe I just disconnected completely. I'm definitely dead. There's no way I survived this. Wow. Okay. Thank goodness for auto attacks, I guess. That was bad lag. That was really bad. That's... Yeah. It's annoying. I mean, it really is. I don't know how else to describe it, but it just feels really bad to have that kind of lag. Because what do you do? You just kind of sit here. And, like, that's fine if I'm out... Like I said, if I'm out here soloing, it's whatever. That's really bad. If I'm going to tank tonight and that happens in the middle of tanking, I can't tank. It would be a risk to the whole raid. And the better thing to do would just not go to the raid and say, I'm sorry guys, I can't raid tonight, my internet's bad. But it's so infrequent. It seems better now. But what ends up happening is this is going to be like this for the next on and off for like 5 minutes. And then it goes away for maybe a few hours. So it's not that bad. It just, when it happens, it's kind of crushing. Like, it's really bad. It just really is a huge problem for that period of time. Let's kill a few more mobs here. We're not going to finish this quest today. Like, there's just not enough Oracle spawns. I don't think there's any further south. I'm going to check this real fast. That's why I was actually pulling my phone out. Okay, that's fine. I have so many random things popping on my phone all of a sudden. Murloc, Oracle. Classic. I want to see if there's any other spawn locations. Because... Oh, it's Marsh Oracle. Whoops. Marsh Oracle. Classic. I thought it was Murloc Oracle. Murloc Oracles are different mobs in a different location. They're much lower level. Marsh Oracles are different. So... Oh, you know what? There is a couple more spawn locations for these. There's some further south, but there's some... I didn't realize this in the cave where the War Chief's Orders quest is. There's some potentially there. So that's good to know. I hate this little hillside here. It's hard to get up this thing. Alright, so what I'm looking for is a little bit further down here. There's possibly some oracles around here. Because that would be nice to find a few oracles. Maybe these huts here? Marsh, Murloc. This is about where it's possible they could have spawned, I think, right? No, it'd be like right here. If they were anywhere, they would have been right around here, but I don't see any. As far as I know, they don't spawn in the water at all. As far as I know, they only spawn on the land. And we're just not getting any. Well, okay. Huh. So the only other spot, now this is interesting. I'm looking at this Wowhead map, I'm kind of curious about this. There's apparently some way up here, like in the water up in there. So that's weird. There's Jarquois. Apparently he can spawn at different spots, I think. It's a different spot, right? Or is it the same spot? I think it's different. I bet this one's respawned in here, though. I think like almost all the ones we've killed are from this one that I think it's 100% spawn rate. I think I've never not seen an Oracle in here. Maybe we didn't see an Oracle in here just a minute ago, but I thought we've always seen Oracles in here. But this is the spot I usually come to when I know when I want to get an Oracle, because they seem to just tend to spawn there. We need one more. We'll probably finish that now, but I'm kind of curious about this spot way up here. Why would they be up there? It's hard to describe this, but it's literally... it's like a line of them across to here. And there's like... I don't know why they would be just out floating in the water here. And I'm skeptical it's not some sort of artifact on Wowhead, where maybe someone like pulled some up there in some weird way. But let's go take a look. I'm just curious for the future. This quest has always been a problem for me. I've always had trouble finding... the oracles for this quest. There's just never a lot of spawns, and I remember this on my Druid, I remember this on all the other characters I played in Vanilla, and private servers. I've never really seen a lot of oracles here. And so it does make me... Wow, there is an oracle here. What a weird spot. It's like a single spawn point for them. What is that structure down there? I've never really explored this area. It must be some alliance quest. There's oracles. Huh. Well, okay. So this is where you go if you want oracles, apparently. Some flesh eaters. There's another oracle over there. There's 3 of them here at least. That's crazy. I never knew that. Well, now you know. If you're looking for oracles, check up around, what is this? This would be 9419 is the, 9419 is the coordinates. We have so many water walking reagents now. And I think it was about a 90% drop rate from those Murlocs. Maybe not 90%, but it was a high drop rate. We got a bunch of them now. We got more than we'll ever need. What we do need is more beverages. We're fresh out of water. So we're going to end. I want to return to this quest, and then we're going to call it a day. We're going to stop here. The follow-up quest this should be to kill the Jarquois mob. We'll do that next episode. I'm not even going to hearth that. We have so much rested experience. I'm just going to stay there. We need to kill Jarquois. And then I think that's the end of that quest line. And then after killing Jarquois, we'll go to Swamp Talker, which I think we can do. I think we can solo this. Even though it's a red quest, it's still a red quest, even after dinging. I think it's fine for us to do. I'm not overly worried about it. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I want to get this Terran Icebreaker skilled up too. I'm looking forward to it. It'll just be kind of fun, just for funsies. Like, not even a great weapon. Just a fun thing to use. So I feel like 90% of what I do on this character is not optimized necessarily, but but it's just something I like. So, I mean, I've played enough Classic and Vanilla to know that even though I don't min-max stuff, I kind of have a good gauge of my character's strength. So I don't really worry too much about most of this stuff. You know, like I know I'm not optimizing him, but I don't really have to optimize him to do well and have fun. Alright, so here is our buddy Qatar. Let's turn in continued threat, 3,900 experience. Is that it? I swore there was another quest to do with this. Maybe I'm gonna look it up before next episode. I'm gonna look up that Murloc and see if there's something. Maybe you just kill him and he drops something at this point. I don't know. But I could have sworn there was something to do there. Anyway, we're gonna stop here for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.